Okay, so time for an update on Akers. I think we left off with him being fired. He went to St. Hedwig Marshal's office and got a job. I warned the city council, the mayor, and the city manager about him. I sent them videos and told them, is this really who they want to hire? But then I looked into it, and I actually think that they do want to hire that kind of person. The head marshal there is like in some controversy, and I don't know, all those little towns surrounding San Antonio seem to be quite tyrannical. But anyways, New Braunfels fired him. He gets a job at St. Hedwig. I had put in a demand letter with a lawyer to demand that they give me money, and then they said they would give me $10,000. And I said that I feel like they owe me more than that, and the lawyer said that it was a pretty reasonable deal. And so it was either I accepted the $10,000 and then the lawyer gets $3,000, or I pay the lawyer $750 to file a federal lawsuit. So I didn't have $750, obviously. I mean, that's what they bank on. So I accepted that or whatever. Well, now I just read an article. Akers is accusing me of stalking him. Stalking and harassing. I've literally never contacted him in my entire life, nor do I want to. Okay, I really wish he would disappear. So, at his arbitration hearing, the police chief said Akers is everything we're not about, because he should be, because he's a soup sandwich, to say the least. But now we have to wait to see if he gets his job back. And this is speculation because I actually don't know how pensions work. I don't know anything about a pension. But I seen online that he was at 9 years and 8 months. And somebody mentioned to me, and I don't know if this is accurate, but somebody had mentioned to me that they get their pension at 10 years. So this is pure speculation, but what I feel like is going to happen is that the arbitrator is going to reinstate him. He'll get back pay for since January, and then the next day he'll retire and then keep his job at St. Hedwig's Marshal's office and collect money from us from his pension here. I don't know if that is a thing, but if it is, I feel like that's what's going to happen. I don't know. Hopefully not. He doesn't deserve anything. He's a bad person. He's a liar. I'm not the first one by far that he's done something like this to. It's just, I'm the first one, I guess, that just doesn't shut up. But I guess that's just kind of where we're at right now, is waiting to see what happens with the arbitrator, if they force us to hire him back or not, and what does that actually mean. I don't know, because it seems pretty scary that they would force us to have him back. And it seems like, I feel like I personally would be in danger if Patrick Akers, who lives 0.5 miles away from me, gets any kind of power back in this town or authority. During this arbitration hearing, he said that failure to signal a lane change is not the reason he pulled me over, the only reason he pulled me over. He now states that I drove too close to him on the street and was speeding in a school zone, which I think actually probably are both a bigger problem than failure to signal a lane change. So I feel like if he had, I mean, obviously I wasn't speeding, right? Obviously I wasn't speeding. Obviously, I used my blinker. Obviously, I obeyed every traffic law, because you're not going to drive past a cop and flip them off without doing the right thing. I put my seatbelt on, everything. Okay. So, and plus I wanted him to make sure that he seen me flipping him off. So I had to drive extra slow. So I was probably going actually way under the speed limit just to make sure that, he seen me. So, obviously it's bullshit, but like, that's a fake report to cops. I mean, to be honest, being fired is a nice thing to happen to him. He's got a job still in St. Hedwig. His license should be revoked. He should not be a cop. He shouldn't be in charge of anything. He shouldn't be in charge of a puppy, okay? This guy is like, I don't know, have you guys ever seen Super Troopers? He is Farva. Like, oh, just get him out of here. Oh my God. And he blames me. Oh yeah, the first time he arrested me, what did he say? Oh, so no, it's my fault? That's kind of how I feel about him blaming me for the fact that his actions got him fired. Oh yeah, the last thing I want to know, he was suspended right before he got fired for 60 days without pay because he went to a, I guess like a mental health call from my understanding, and this woman's husband got taken to the hospital or whatever for the mental health issue, and obviously she's in crisis. She's in fear of what her husband, you know, is where his mental place is at. So Akers, the hero that he is, slides on in and he's like, hey, are you worried about all your husband's guns? I'll take them from you. I'll buy them. You won't have to worry about a thing. I want to know what kind of guns they were and how much he paid for them, because I really feel like he used a situation where he was supposed to be helping somebody to take advantage of their emotional state and basically steal these guns is how I take it. But yeah, that's where we're at with him. He's a real peach. And then as far as that goes, there's another guy in New Braunfels. I can't remember, Ruben something. He was hired the same exact day as Patrick Akers, and he was suspended around the same time indefinitely. So I guess he went outside of the city limits to go basically harass people over, I assume, some kind of personal deal, but he wasn't supposed to be there. He treated the people like crap, and basically he should have never gone there, and he did just to assert himself in something, I don't know, but either way it's messed up to do, and he should be fired. But this is the kind of shenanigans we have going on right now. This is the problem, is that cops can, even when they do finally get fired, which is hard to do. I mean, Akers has been abusing people for years here in this town. I know, because they've talked to me, and there's handfuls at least that I have talked to, okay? So this is not new to him. Yeah, like I said, I'm just the first person that screamed out loud about it, but I have just kind of a moral outrage. Like, what he did to me the first time, it literally changed my whole worldview, okay? Like, my dad was a cop, you know. I just always thought that they were, you know, I was definitely a bootlicker 100%, but I did an about face, and I now see the light. And I just you know, it's heartbreaking for the heroes, you know, like they killed Superman for me, and you don't get it back, you know. After something happens to you like this, you don't just say, okay, that's one bad apple, because you realize that one bad apple is too big of a risk, because one bad apple is convictions. You can't get a job. One bad apple that's going to lie on the stand, much like Patrick Akers, who perjured himself over and over and over again. And he actually did different perjured statements in different courts. So, I mean, there's a plethora of statements made under oath. All you got to do is look. I just don't have the money to look because they told me like $1,500 or something to get the transcripts. So, but I mean, it's there. You can compare and contrast. And he's got at least several different stories for the same event. So, they can't all be true, and they're ever evolving. But yeah, that's where we're at. I guess arbitration, that you just can't fire a cop. Even when they finally get fired, they cry to an arbitrator, and they go and have a lawyer that we pay for, and they, from what I understand, more often than not do get reinstated. So we'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully they do the right thing. I just want to thank all of you guys, because honestly, without YouTube, without putting the videos of what happened to me on YouTube, nothing would have happened to him at all. And I know that for like deep inside me. I know that if it was just me that they had to deal with, they'd get me a conviction right away, and they'd just be like, shut up, criminal, you know. But having all you guys care enough about it to reach out to them and let them know that it's not okay, and I don't know, it's just, I'm so thankful to everybody that just watched the videos and all the support that I got from everybody in the YouTube community, because out loud, that's not what I was hearing at all. Everybody I talked to was basically like, this is all your fault, as far as like people in the city and things go. So, I mean, they wouldn't have done anything to him without you guys. So thank you, and I will give you guys another update when I come up with some more. Bye.